Hello and welcome to Soccer Betting News. I'm your host Desh, and with me in studio today is African football expert Mogale Sathekge.
Thank you, Desh, man. I'm glad to be back here. Hello to the fans.
Moji, today we're going to discuss all things Bafana Bafana related as the national team drew with Andorra. Now, Andorra opened the scoring in the opening 5 minutes. Ricardo Goss with an error leading to that goal. What did you make about that?
I mean, I'm so disappointed in Ricardo Goss, but you know that he's one of those coaches who sometimes tend to forget and lose focus and so forth. I don't think this is the first blunder in football, but at that stage, international stage, everybody's watching. At that stage, you need to be very careful. You need to be focused and everything. But I mean, look, we can't crucify him or judge him. Every goalkeeper has got one of those moments. Even Williams had a few blunders in football. And then we can even look back from our late Bafana goalkeeper Senzo Meiwa. He used to do a lot of blunders at Pirates and stuff. But when he got a chance, I think he redeemed himself and so forth.
Do you think maybe Goss was a bit too comfortable? Because if you look at the succession plan of the Bafana Bafana goalkeeper, I want to say it's Goss. Goss is the next in line, the heir to the throne, if you will.
Yes, I mean that's the succession plan for the coach and for Bafana as a team. But he can't keep on doing that mainly because it's an international stage. Imagine doing that with Andorra and an 164th ranked FIFA team. What's going to happen if you're playing against your Spain or France? Not even those teams. What's going to happen if you're facing your Chile or your, So those kind of things, players need to understand that donning the national team jersey is something else. We are not there to play. I mean,
it requires your full attention, the full 90 actually. And one player that really caught my attention was the goal scorer for the Bafana side. It was Elias Mokwana, a man that you have been singing his praises week in, week out. And, he actually had a very good run out, scored a striker's goal.
What a baller. What a baller. What a professional player. What a smart football player with brains. A football player with focus, a football player with creativity, a football player with, I don't know, man. That boy has got many things in him. That's why I kept on bringing his name in the previous videos or podcasts because, I mean, you can't ignore such kind of massive talent. Mokwana is one of the current talented PSL number 10 so wingers. You count him with your Maswanganyes and you can see that if the boy goes to a team like Pirates and Sundowns, the way they are currently playing now, or Stellenbosch, he will stand out.
His goals will only increase.
Yes, he will definitely do well. So I'm so happy that Hugo Bruce gave him a nod this time around. But I'm telling you, the boy must be given a chance. I mean, there's more to come from that young man.
Of course, he plays his trade at Sekhukhune United, and there are a handful of other players that received their call-ups. You look at Mbanjwa from Amazulu. There was also the pairing of
Mogale and
exactly in the midfield. I also want to turn our attention to the rift that maybe is starting to show its eye in the public space. Between Hugo Bruce and Roland Mokoena. It was only Mashego and Morena who actually started the fixture. The only Sundowns players to have started was Morena and Mashego. So do you think maybe those cracks are starting to infect the national team?
I think when it comes to that, at the end of the day, it's a national team. Mokoena must just relax and Sundowns will never be bigger than the national team. He can go and jump at the nearest cliff. But Sundowns will never be bigger than the national team. I mean, we understand that Sundowns plays prestigious tournaments and everything, but the national team has to play in the World Cups, the AFCON, those type of things.
And not just play, get success, get some trophies, podiums.
Yes. So we have an opportunity whereby Sundowns now, he should be happy, he should be rejoicing. I think the management I think Klopi Motsepe at some point has to, sit down with him and tell him to tone it down a bit and relax a bit, because isn't it a good thing now that at least
national team
the
is
national
performing.
team is performing and dominated by the Sundowns team? I mean, we had an AFCON winning team that was dominated by Chiefs and Pirates players, except for those that were playing abroad.
Yeah.
You get my point? So it's a good thing that Sundowns now, they are the change makers in the national team, and he should be happy. He should relax. I mean, the national team can use any player.
Yeah.
As long as that player is a South African, the national, if the coach likes that player and they like using them, the national team can use that player. I think Mokoena need to tone things a little bit and try to understand what is it that we are trying to
achieve as a country.
As a country where football is concerned.
Yeah, I do think a conversation between Danny Jordan and maybe Sloopy at Sundowns should be had. Let's move. My next question to you rather is: should Hugo Bruce have brought on Temazwane, maybe Tebogo Mokoena to change the game? Because the whole of the second half it was kind of dead, and you got two playmakers like that really can change the game up in an instant.
I mean, look, the coach did what he did, and he knows why he did what he did. Like any other coach, when they have their strongest players for a certain game, they sometimes give the nod to French players who don't get proper minutes when it comes to bigger games. I mean, we know what Mokoena is capable of. We know that Tambazwane is our current best number 10. But the men wanted to see what the likes of Mbanjwa Maswanganyi would bring into the mix, so that the men can have options going forward to know that if I'm having a Tambazwane that is not getting enough chances,
you have a backup.
I have a Maswanganyi who can change the game instantly within 10 minutes. You get my point? So I think with the Andorra friendly, he wanted to see that the biggest fish is Algeria. I can tell you, I'm right sure right now, the first 11 is completely going to change.
You're right. We're going to unpack that in a minute, though. Let's focus on Maswanganyi, because he had an absolute man of the match performance. I mean, he was absolutely incredible. I think he had a disallowed goal, hit the woodwork, and he just really looked like he wanted it more. I think he wanted to show what he can do on the national stage. Do you think he's ready for that call-up?
I think Bafana Bafana and Pirates, they are extraordinarily blessed having the likes of Maswanganyi and Rele Mofokeng because of how they play soccer. If you can check their style of play, they don't give respect to opponents.
It's a free-flowing, attacking.
They are not scared of anybody, whether you are whoever, whether you can see that, you can imagine Maswanganyi up against a player of maybe, let's say, Rhys James, England's caliber. You can see that he will try by all means to give the guy the hard time. Same way we have Modau, Kuliso Modau, who doesn't give respect to any player, to any
gets
winner.
Forward, attacks, wants to make the flank his own.
Yes, he plays hard and knocks in hard and everything. So Maswanganyi, man, I'm so happy for Tito that he finally got a nod for Bafana, and there's more that's still coming to the boy. He was interviewed recently and he said, with me, I don't complicate things. This is the type of football that I've been playing from when I was a young boy, and I'm continuing with it. So Tito is Tito Maswanganyi, and we are going to see plenty.
The number 10 jersey was worn by Kanyisa Maya on the day. Now, the man has been on fire for Cape Town City in the DStv Premiership. Just can't seem to crack it at the national level.
Yeah, I mean, remember now with Mayo, he has to adapt to the style, and I won't crucify him. I mean, when I looked at the rankings of the players, the stats, he was the lowest ranked for the game
Bafana,
against Andorra. So when you have a player like Mayo and you are playing him as a lone striker, he needs the supply as much as he can get. So I believe that the boy has just came in. Let's just let him blend in into the whole mix, and we can start having those, criticizing
Yeah.
comments, the deep ones and so forth. But for now, let's just let the boy blend into the team and try to see what he can offer the team. You might see a very different Mayo when he's playing in there's a Tambazwana or Mukwena on the field because of the style of play of the players.
Yeah, I have to ask you, do you think he's lost his place in the next fixture against Algeria? Because, you know, with the likes of Riyad Mahrez, Nabil Bentaleb, OR, I think Ryan Adnori is also there. Like, you know, Algeria are going to come at us with everything that they've got. And, you know, you need a striker that's going to finish.
How many strikers are there now that Hugo Bruce selected?
Well, if you look at conventional strikers, I think it's 3.
Okay, so it's Mayo, it's
Mokoena, Elias Mokoena.
Mokwana, and but you know, Mokwana can play as a winger and so forth. So I don't think he would lose the starting berth. Start him up front and see what is it that he can offer, because there's going to be a certain mix of players who play different football and different styles. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Give him like 50-60 minutes against Algeria, and let's see what he can produce.
Okay, with that being said, give me your prediction.
Hey, Algeria versus South Africa. A draw for Bafana or Algeria to win 1-0.
Oh, all right, Moji, thanks so much for that. As always, it's been a pleasure unpacking everything Bafana related to you. Football fans, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and let us know in the comments what you think.
It's a shooby!
Cheers.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.